You may recognise this place back out at the old settlement. You know, one of my favourite spots, I think. Anyway, back out here again and wandering around. You know, signals are fairly far and few between amongst the rubbish, but first find of the day that's worth anything is down here, and that is a carpenter's ruler. So that one popped up. It's actually all intact except for the wood. But anyway, so see what else we can find today, but I'm not going to be surprised if I don't find much today, but you never know. We'll see how we go. I was chasing a little 21 down here, and I have found coins out here in the past. Not really old coins, but you know, 50s, 40s sort of era. But anyway, 21, I found it, and it's that thing, which I'm only going to say the button, and it's missing the loop off the back. So I'm fairly sure there's some kind of pattern on that, so I'll give it a clean and see what we can find. Well, it's a bit hard to see, but there is some kind of design on there. Almost looks like a different colour metal in the middle. Anyway, some kind of design on the back. There is writing, but the only bit I can see is quality down the bottom there. So something quality, probably superior quality or something like that. Anyway, it has had a loop on the back, so it is a little button of some description. But anyway, it's about as good as I can get it to clean up. So hasn't got any major picture on there, it's just more pattern, I think. But anyway, it's still cool, so I'll pop him in the bag and keep going. Well, just down there I had a 14, and it was a little superior make button, 4-hole job, and I'm not the first person here. There's a few little fresh digs around, but anyway, got a signal here. It's 4 bars down, so I've sort of scraped away to get down a bit closer. Now it is still a good, well, a better signal, so we're going to see what it is. It's down deep, and let's hope it's something good. I reckon this sort of bit here, sort of a drain ditch, so I reckon that would have been the drain behind a building, because I do believe there was a building in here somewhere. So I reckon this is where all the rainwater out of the gutters would have drained down this little ditch here. Anyway, it's just a little ditch, and it's sort of more raised up where the building would have been. So we're probably out the back of some building, and I'll see what someone's lost. And I reckon I can see it there, I think. Don't know what it is, but it's some kind of nail head or brass something. So I'll get him out of the way, and we'll see if we've still got a signal. Hopefully that wasn't the only thing down here. And it's not, it's going to be a rivet. So there we go. 2 little bits of rubbish out of this hole, but at that depth, and it could have been a coin, so we've got to dig it. And anyway, it was a pretty faint signal, but at least we found something. Down here, just sort of wandering along here, going up and down, checking around trees, all that sort of stuff. Down here at a 26, sort of shaky, sort of 26. We've got that, which I reckon could well be a penny, but she's had a tough life. So give her a clean and see if she is a penny. I'm pretty sure she is, but I don't know what's happened to her, but she's had a bit of a battle, I think. Anyway, I'll see if we can see anything on it. I haven't gone overboard with the cleaning. I dare say she's been nailed above a doorway or something. Quite often they've nailed them above doorways or something in old buildings. Well, I can read Victoria on there somewhere. I did see it there, I think. Anyway, pretty hard to see. Anyway, Victoria, so Queen Victoria. And down there, which is very hard to see, is 1875. Can just see him there, but a bit hard. Anyway, 1875 Britannia penny. Anyway, she's been nailed to something, and I don't know what has happened here. It's almost like it's been melted with a torch or something. Don't know. Anyway, bit of a sad state, but you do find them with holes in them. But anyway, glad I dug it all the same, and I'll clean them up a bit better when we get home. But I doubt she's going to be, a mint condition showroom coin ever again. But anyway, still a cool find. Well, just down there is where I got the penny, and I've had another signal here. It's about a 21. It's in the clod here, so I'm going to see what it is. And she's already showing up. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Don't know at all. She's a little screw, a little hook screw. Quite an old one. I'll just give him a clean up and get that dirt out, and then come back for another look. See if I can poke that dirt. There we go. That's a bit better. Now that is a very sturdy little old hook. Eyelet. Screw-in eyelet. I'd say that is handmade. It's a very sturdy one. Probably made on an anvil, maybe. Anyway, it's a little brass, bronzy one, and rather cool. Still as sturdy as the day it was made, I'd say. I know what this one is. That is part of a caster wheel. So probably off an old cupboard or something. The wheel's long gone. Anyway, now going over bits like this where there's glass and stuff everywhere and it's bare, after the rain, you're always keeping your eye open for any non-metal things that are popping up that might be of interest. Marbles and corks and stuff. Anyway, I spotted this one down here, and don't know what it is. I mean, I sort of do, but get him to focus. Some kind of beady thing. I don't know whether it's glass or, I don't know, jet or something. It's black stuff. Probably not that old really, but I don't know. Anyway, it's got holes there, almost like a car. But it's some kind of bead of sorts. So, you know, it may not be old. In fact, I'll get out into the sunlight so I can see it a bit better. Anyway, I'd nearly say it's glass or something. So it's not just a plastic thing, but rather an unusual one. Now I'm wandering around fairly far afield from the settlement, but I'm figuring there's got to be buildings on the outskirts, you know, away from it a bit. There's a bit of a brick there, there's a bit of glass there, you know, so I'm just trailing around in here trying to find some signals to see where the bricks may have come from. So anyway, I had a 14 here under this little sapling, and I reckon we've got a fob watch case. So only 14, so it's not going to be silver, but nonetheless it's a good little relic. So we'll see if we can find anything else in amongst here. There's some more bricks there, you know, there's just bricks and stuff scattered around, so not really sure where they've all come from. But anyway, we'll see what else we can find. Well, I haven't found a lot of signals, but I'm still looking around. I had this one, which is a 20. It's a little copper band of something. And I just noticed this one as well, which is a brass fitting of some sort with thread there. So I don't know what it was off, but anyway. So we'll keep going, see what else we can find. One bar down and we've found a little square buckle. I reckon I've wandered down here and I reckon this is a bit of a tip area here. There's a heap of glass and stuff, so we'll have a look around here. But you know, so if the tip's here, normally the residents would be uphill the tip. That's generally the way it goes, you throw your rubbish downhill. Anyway, we'll have a look around here and see what else we can fossick up. Over there is where that little tippy part was, with all the glass and stuff. And I don't know how many rivets I dug. Rivets and rivet washers just everywhere out here, so right now I'm rather tired of them. Get a good signal, it's a rivet. Get us a good signal, it's a washer. Get a good signal, it's a washer. On and on. Anyway, so had a good signal here. Gonna be another rivet for sure, for sure, for sure. Whoops. It isn't. It looks like a jolly old penny down there. So let's get him up and see what he is. Anyway, we'll have to give him a clean. I nearly reckon I can see Britannia there, but I won't speak too soon. So we'll give him a clean and we'll see how he comes up. Back in a tick, but I'm rather chuffed to get a coin at last. And there we go. Was a Britannia. And she is 1873, which I'm not sure I've found one of that date before. It's probably not really a common sort of date, 1873. I don't know. Maybe I have, but it doesn't really ring up as a date I've found too often in the Britannias. But anyway, 1873 with Queen Victoria. Looking quite nice there. Bunhead Queen Victoria. So, you know, not a bad coin as far as coppers go. You know, quite often they're pretty sad, but that one's not too bad. So anyway, that is cool. 1873. Finally rewarded for our wanders. Well, I've found another little moundy thing with bricks and glass here in my wanderings. Kind of looks like a dump site, but you know, could have been a chimney here. Anyway, had a 24-ish down here, we've got that one, which when it was full of dirt I thought it could have been a penny, but don't know what it is. It's got those funny lugs and it's got a thread, so some kind of threaded collar thing. Don't know. Anyway, was a good signal, so I'll hopefully find a few more good signals around. I'll check this little rubbishy dump area out. Now, right in the centre of this moundy bit with all the bricks and stuff, I'm chasing a 20, but it's not really a good signal. Anyway, I think it might be out, but in the clod here, I've just spotted that. Looks rather like a glass cork. So I'll see if he's broken or not. Oh no, he's complete. But just a clear one, I do believe. No writing on it. Anyway, still a cool little one. So, don't know what it is lately, but I've been finding a couple of those. But anyway, I'll see if we can find this 20 I was chasing, but because it's sort of such a faulty signal, I'm thinking it's not going to be round. Anyway, it's more or less disappeared, so I'll have to find it off camera, and if it's anything good I'll show you, but I reckon it's going to be a screw or something like that. And down there we got a teaspoon. Haven't found one of those for a while. Bit old and bent, but anyway, seen better days. Anyway, it's still a cool find, and haven't found one for a while, so there is a little bit of glass just coming down this hill here on this track, so found a washer over there, teaspoon here, so you know, all good signs. I'll see what else we can find. No idea what that is, but it was a 17. It's a little brass ring with those little legs with screws on them, sort of, well, not really either side, but up the top either side. So anyway, they obviously screwed into something and held something, and but who knows what that was off. Now just over here is where I got that strange metal loop thing with the brass loop thing with the screws on it, and then I had a 29 down here. It wasn't very far. Scraped the dirt away and I saw something flash here. Well, not flash, but I saw it. Didn't look like a bottle cap, so I'm going to see what it is. I saw it here. There it is. 29. Ooh, she's got a milled edge. Thought it was going to be a 2 cent for a few minutes. That is going to be a shilling. So I'll have to give him a clean and see what date we've got. But she was just under this leaf litter. Flicked to the side and I caught sight of her. So I'll give her a clean and see how she comes up. You've got to love it when they clean up like that. Bit of water and it just drops off, and you're left with a beautiful coin. I'll just get rid of that bit of last bit of stuff sitting on that, and I'll give it a dry. Look at that beauty. That is absolutely beautiful. 1931 shilling. That's a jolly good way to end the year. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And George the 5th. So, that one's been sitting under the leaf litter for many a year, and we've found it. And absolutely beautiful. love it when they clean up like that. So anyway, we'll put him away and we'll give this area another go. I was just over there where I found the spoon and a bit of glass there, so I thought I'd come over here just to try and, if there's glass, there's spoon, there must have been a building or a dwelling around here, and I reckon, maybe that was just a one-off drop, but we did find the other thing over here, so we're certainly going to give this area a bit of a run for its money. Well, the shilling there was just under the leaves, and then this signal was a sort of a 17, 16, 17, 18, and she was down full bars and was very quiet, but we got her up. Sorry about my shadow, but she is a lead washer. So one of the old roofing washers, which is a good sign, because if there was a roof, there was a building. So shilling, washer, and that does me squats over there. So a few signals in this area, we'll see what else comes up. Another 17. Nearly thought it was a coin, but it's another lead washer. So there's plenty of those around, well, 2 at least. And out of the same hole there is some bits of brick coming up, so all good signs. So I reckon we're on a building site, or near one, or near where one was dumped. Now just over there is where I got the shilling, and I've got nice 23 sort of numbers here. So let's see what it is. It's not too far away. Let's see what pops up for us. Ooh, look at that. Oops. That looks rather nice. Fact is, it looks rather threepency. Just trying to get out of the shade here. Put him up here. See if we can get him to focus on there. I reckon I can already see 1958. Little threepence sitting in there. So we'll get him out and we'll give him the royal clean, and we'll be back in a tick. Well, I was mistaken. It's not 58, it's 38. So 1931 shilling, 1938 threepence. So far they're all in the 30s. But that is George VI on that one. So another beautiful little coin, and they're both in good condition. They're both, not worn off the map like they can be. So shilling and a little threepence. See what else we can fossick up before we have to go. Had a 25, 24 sort of numbers here, and we may have scored another silver, I think. So we'll give them a clean. Over there is where I got the shilling, on the other side of the track there, so we're a little way away, but anyway, we're sort of starting to head back to the car. And she's an older one, this one, 1902. Beautiful little one. Lovely detail there, even without the sun. And Edward the 7th. That is beautiful. So, in the time we've got left, we're going to give this area a bit of a go for its money and see if there's not a few more relics to find. That is absolutely beautiful. 13, 14 down there, and got a button. For the sake of time, I'm not really going to clean it up now, but I don't think it's got any writing on it. Anyway, I'll clean them up when we get home and make sure of that, but for now I'll just keep going, I think. Had a 29 here. I've dug a couple of rivet washers up this track. Anyway, 29, what is that? I thought it was a big coin, but I don't think it is. Or is it? Some kind of, I don't know what, but we're going to give it a clean and find out. That is cool as mud. That is cool. So, give it a clean and we'll see what she says on there. Back in a tick. I'm excited for that one. The sun's just gone behind a cloud, but there's a lot of writing on that. So, I don't even know how old it is. Federation of the something or other to clean it up a bit more. At the rate manners are not progressing in literature, science, education. Anyway, it's a lot of reading, so I'll worry about that when I get home. And, you know, don't know how old that is, but anyway, the world's languages. So, never seen the likes before, but not going to try read it all now. I'll worry about that when I get home, and we'll try and get some better photos. Anyway, I can't see any dates or anything of the sort on there, so I don't know even how old it is. It doesn't look modern as such, so, you know, could be 50s, could be older, I don't know. I guess we'll find out later. But nonetheless, it's unusual and it's cool. Big brass lock plate or something, I'd say. Haven't quite seen one like that before. Anyway, I'll keep going. Got some good numbers down here. And I have got it out. I've just sort of half filled in the hole, but it is here. Rather on the good numbers for a threepence. So we'll see if it is one. I think we're in this clod here. Probably going to be a washer after I've hyped myself up for a threepence. Don't know where it is. Maybe it wasn't in that clod. There was something in that clod, but it mightn't have been it. Still over here somewhere. And it is going to be a rivet washer. Well, we'll try again, and hopefully this one is not a washer. It's about a 26, so it's a good number for a sixpence. Lovely, tight, sharp signal. So, not too far down. What is it? According to all theories, we should have it out. And we do. Somewhere in here. Just don't be a washer. Gotta find it. Must be in this one somewhere. Gonna be a washer. It's gotta be here somewhere. Starting to lose hope in my sixpence, but there's got to be something here, and there is. Washer. Had a couple of signals down here, one of which was this, which is a fob watch face. It was about a 16. Can still see some of the Roman numerals and stuff on there. So anyway, you do find them occasionally, not seemingly as often as the case bits, but also in there was an 18, which is that one, which I believe they are Devonport of London. But anyway, it's still got the neck of the bottle on it, so if it was a full bottle it would even be cooler. But anyway, I found a few of those out this area, and anyway, that one's still got a bottle attached. I was chasing an 18, 19, 20 sort of signal here, and we've got the knob off the top of a pocket watch. So I don't know where the watch has gone, although I did find the face of it. So anyway, I reckon that's what that is. It's a little winder off the top. Had a pretty shaky sort of 25-ish numbers here. Pretty shaky. It's hiding well. Clod, clod, clod. Ooh, I know. We've got a penny. Britannia one by the looks. Let's see if I can quickly get a date off him without too much mucking around at the moment. 1901. Who is that? I think that's still Queen Victoria, but her last year. So anyway, veiled Queen Victoria. So just predating Edward. Anyway, we'll clean it up at home. There's one like we found earlier, but it's still got the wheel in it. A metal caster. A brass caster, I should say. So anyway, that one's still quite intact. Well, as much as I'd like to keep having a scout around this area, it's sort of time to go home, so we'll definitely come back out here. We've found a good little spot here, and we'll see what else she gives up next time. But anyway, we've got to head home, so we didn't do too badly, you know. We found a few little spots with some coins, so that is always good, especially when you're just sort of wandering around out everywhere looking. But anyway, so definitely come back to this spot, and we'll see what else we can find out here. Walking back to the car, and we've gone and found a sunbaker on the way. So I did have a look at it. It's not a cartwheel penny. It's a New Zealand 20-cent piece. So 1971. Anyway, we're nearly back to the car, and I found that one sunbaking. Well, I saved this one for last. This is a E.W. Cole token from the Cole's Book Arcade in Melbourne. Edward William Cole. I believe this one was issued in 1885. Mr. Cole called these medals little missionaries for the spread of educative knowledge. And of course they also advertised his arcade. According to a employee of Cole, customers were charged threepence for these medals, which he preferred to call tokens, which when the arcade was particularly busy gave them admission to the second-hand books gallery where the orchestra played. Each medal could be exchanged for threepence worth of goods, but most were kept. The pierced ones were sometimes worn as pendants or on pocket watch chains. The employee also suggested that the medals were also given in change at Christmas time and could be used to operate amusement machines, which required 1 penny to operate. The first medal was struck in 1879 and the last one around about 1903. 300,000 medals were struck in 97 types. Only 50 types are known to have circulated. Interestingly enough, E.W. Cole only ever had half a year of education, 6 months of education. Cole's Book Arcade, one of the wonders of marvellous Melbourne, closed in 1929.